Halloween.
Hello everybody, I am restraint, and today look, that's the BBC Bramley Baptist Church. So if you visiting this local area, why don't you just pop in, get to know the community in the church. Don't just go for Easter and Christmas like some Christians do. Just try your best at go at maybe odd day, maybe Halloween, or just to visit the church, and don't just visit him on holidays such as Easter and Christmas. I know it's a Christian time, but that doesn't excuse it.
Next year and every year was the pie and peas supper, so all you have to do is go into the church and put your name down and say that you're interested. The pie and pea food is free, and you're welcome to bring anything you want. Just put your name down, say that you're interested, and get to know the community a bit. Usually on the 5th of November, on the same night as Bonfire Night. Oh, by the way, I don't live there. I wish I did, though.
Anyway, that's not what you've got to talk about. Today we're going to be talking about is darkness for this Halloween section. I haven't got the game, didn't bring that out with me.
Yes, darkness. Does anyone else see a connection? Okay, so let's just get on with the game. Oh boy. Has anybody ever told you my fear of leeches? It started when I played Tasmanian Tiger, but my gosh, these dark things look like leeches. It's quite disturbing. Something else I find pretty neat is this introduction.
Might be the clumsiest kid that ever fired a gun.
Happy birthday, rat face. You're finally legal.
You got balls, kid. You really got balls. And you got brains.
This problem with your Uncle Paulie has gone on long enough, Jackie. It's time to take action.
You're a dead man! You hear me? A dead man! Oh, the NYPD is behind me, Estacado. I own the NYPD. I'm just here for the clean air and the engaging conversation.
Whoa, that was pretty awesome. So the game has a feeling of being huge, even though it is rather small. It gives you the feeling of open world experience, even though there's not really that much of an open world. To just taking a stroll down the subway and speaking to what the darkness likes to refer to as cattle. And in the second part of the game, it mixes it by turning the whole genre into a third-person World War I or II shooter, World War I or II.
Hello,
was growing up, the
game
family
is
had codes.
far from
We did business.
normal.
We looked out for
You are
the
a
people. I believe we
you are
ought to
playing
honor
a
those
mofia,
codes. Now, Paulie is just a parasite. Wants to bleed me dry.
Esperanto. And as you progress even in the first story, you suddenly find yourself that everybody is at the first the mobsters, then the elders, then the police. It's great if you ever want to have a strange, creepy creature by your side, and even control a strange, creepy creature. Then this game's for you. And this game has quite its fair share of creepy moments. For example, if you die, the game will troll you for dying with creepy images. The whole idea is you cannot die, but the game will troll you if you do fall to the ground. For example,
I am the master of death. I will not let you go.
so you better get good. It won't be long until you will be able to control the darkness. And if you're having trouble controlling the darkness, you can always use the manual for the darkness. Yes, that's right. The darkness comes with its own manual. I find it funny how the fact that you need light in order to control the darkness.
How do I get this to work?
Since I've told you enough about the game, why don't I just tell you about the storyline, or show you the storyline?
I remember the night of my 21st birthday. That was the first time I died.
Estacado! Oh, Estacado, come on, wake up, sunshine! Oh, now up here, you boombox. Come on, look at me!
Come on, what's the matter, you pussy? Huh? Get one little baby tap from a nightclub bouncer, you gonna sleep on me over here?
Yeah, I already told you, he don't look so good. That guy was a goddamn gorilla. Ugly too.
He's gonna rip our nuts off. He finds out we never collected his money. Oh, man. Man, we screwed the pooch on this one, Jackie. You know what Paulie's like. You don't collect, best not to even come home.
Hey, Paulie don't know nothing, alright? We'll tell him the money was stolen before we got there. Maybe he'll be nice, cause it's Jackie's brother.
The guy's a gorilla. You wouldn't know nice if it slapped him upside the head with a 50-pound sledgehammer. Jesus Christ. We gotta get a plan.
Okay. Practical question. You think Paulie was gonna want us to take up the whole construction site? I'm headed that way.
Yeah. I mean, Paulie was adamant, right? I mean, maybe if we whack that guy nice and clean, like, too hard on us, you think?
Maybe. We gotta get there first. Hey, we got company.
Drive, goddammit!
Hold on to your lunch.
Great, Mike. You're gonna kill us.
I told you there was coming. I heard the sirens. Did I say I heard the sirens, Nino?
You hear sirens in your sleep, Mike. You gonna shake these assholes or what?
Watch this.
Yeah, you like that? Jackie, don't just sit there staring like a retard. We gotta shake these things. Come on, hold up and help me out.
This is the New York City Police Department. Stop the clock and step out with your hands in the air.
Anytime you're ready, Jackie. Take your time. Don't worry about getting out.
They got new uniforms. Do you see them new uniforms they got? Big shot.
Hey, these are Eddie Stripes boys.
How are they shooting at us? This must be a police payroll. Fuck them. Polly's gonna go apeshit on us anyway, so keep shooting.
You drive straight? I can't get a beat.
I am driving straight. We shoot straight.
Mikey, you crazy bastard!
Hey, you wanna drive, jackass?
Where's that guy on the left? I get the one trailing! You missed! Come on, they're gaining on us! Oh, fuck me!
Easy. Hold on to your nutsack. Right into the construction site. You better keep an eye out for the Irish boys, Jackie. Holy shit, look out! Somebody better come clean us. Hang on! What the fuck is this? They know what's coming, for Christ's sakes. Gee, some welcome party, huh? Funny hats, guns, fucking everything. Probably has something to do with this. I say ambulance. Damn fucking boots.
Gravesend construction site. Aptly named. Classic mob venture filled with blue-collar construction workers armed to the teeth. And my boss, Uncle Paulie, sent me here to whack the foreman. Like I said, classic. Only the money wasn't there. And now Uncle Paulie's kinda pissed at me.
I'm sure it's gonna be okay. It's been like 9 years since he took you home from the orphanage. Your Uncle Paulie likes you, doesn't he?
Jenny, baby, you don't get it. Uncle Paulie isn't a teddy bear. He's a fucking psychopath. And he's gonna kill me.
Kill you? What are you talking about? What exactly do you do for your Uncle Paulie anyway?
I'm a contract killer. I, kill people for the Franchetti crime family. I meant to tell you. I just didn't know how, baby.
What? Are you nuts? You are nuts. This is just like you, Jackie. There's something else wrong and you're hiding it with some kind of weird-ass story you just made up. Hey, come on. It's your birthday and I've got a new apartment. Let's take one day off from fucked up. Your friend Butcher came by today. He wanted you to call him when you could. I wrote the number on the notepad by the phone.
She reeks of innocence.
Come on, sit here for a while, Jackie. And watch some TV with me.
Hello, Jackie. I heard about what happened tonight. I don't need to point out to you, this is a bad situation. You better come and see me.
Where are you? Heard through the grapevine you're at the Olive Grove.
Yeah, and let me tell you something. It's a good thing your Aunt Sarah's out of town. The Olive Grove is right next to her apartment, and this has been one messy afternoon. Now you get yourself over here, but tread lightly. I've got my share of shit for tonight, okay?
Hey, leave the goons to me. Now listen, Butch. Things are happening. I'm about to get my ass handed to me by a very nasty scumbag whose name rhymes with Paulie Franchetti.
Okay, now I want you to notice. I do this only for you because of who your father was, and because you've always shown respect to your family.
Yeah?
Nothing.
Let's just sit here for a while. Okay? You want the remote, don't you, mister? No, my apartment, my TV, my remote.
Okay, so let's talk about a few stuff, okay? For starters, if you don't want to draw attention to yourself, don't drive like a dummy on the road. If you didn't want the police to chase, you shouldn't have overtaken the other car whilst simultaneously putting the middle finger up at the policeman in the first place. Now, if it wasn't for your reckless driving and cursing to the cops, he would have still been alive, and you wouldn't have been dying. It's not like the work people that you go to whack are going to kill themselves. Wow, what a grand entrance.
Only the money wasn't there. And now Uncle Paulie's kinda pissed at me.
I'm sure it's gonna be okay.
Oh yeah, by the way, this scene right here is all interacted, so if you didn't want to tell her the truth, you can do that.
Only the money wasn't there. And now Uncle Paulie's kinda pissed at me.
I'm sure it's gonna be okay.
It would have been okay if the person drove properly, they finished the job, and they talked to Uncle Paulie. He may be miffed, but he wouldn't have been as miffed as he is now.
I'm sure it's gonna be okay.
Either she's really optimistic of what Jackie's doing, even though Jackie's telling her the truth in this one, or she understands what Jackie's going through, but tries to block it out and change the subject and pretend. Well, she tries to pretend that everything's hunky-dory. It could be the second one, because at the end she says this.
Hey, come on. It's your birthday, and I've got a new apartment. Let's take one day off from up.
See, breaks of innocence.
Oi, babe, take a shower.
Hello, Jackie. I heard about what happened tonight. I don't need to point out to you
That you made more bodies for me to clean up off the streets, Jackie. It's difficult, Jackie, because there's so many bodies that you've made for me to clean. Remember, Jackie, when I say tread carefully, I don't mean go nuts on everybody and just kill them, because that makes me more work for me to get them into the body bags so the police don't find the bodies. And the customers are getting a bit suspicious about the soup. I know it's tempting, Jackie, but please find a more stealthy approach. Oh, nuts, I've gone over 10 minutes again. So, in this game, you collect hearts. You do this by killing people in cold blood, or getting the dark crawler to kill them for you and devouring their hearts. The more hearts you eat, the powerful the darkness will be. At first, it just takes the mick, and the darkness just goes so slowly. But the more you play the game, the more dark powers you gain, and the more darkling creatures that you can summon. And I've just noticed I've said dark for too many times, haven't I?
Yeah.
Paulie? He's just a parasite. Wants to bleed me dry.
Going toward the cemetery. Tell the boys to drive around the block. Let's squeeze them in there. Go! Go! He gets you! Fuck you!
To load.
You might think it's satanic, but then you visit Jackie's orphanage.
Yes, Jackie's orphanage, which I don't have video footage of because I forgot how I forgot the fact that sometimes this game makes me want to rage quit. So the orphanage is full of quotes from the Bible, which would please any Christian that enters the building. Though for atheists, you probably just pass the signs, but for us Christians, it's a nice little Easter egg.
The game does have a few, I'm sure, a few minor problems. Let's go over a couple.
For example, hell is too hard. When you go into creepy crawler mode, sometimes the creepy crawler just glitches out and gets stuck on something, or even doesn't climb up a perfectly fine wall when you're near it. Shooting every street lamp and light bulb gets tedious, and you need to do that. So your darkness will strive. Enemies have a bad habit to shoot you in the back. The other downfall is when you're in darkness mode. Your main character Jackie is more weaker and vulnerable as a result of being in dark mode. And Jackie himself is fairly agile, despite being in dark mode or not. Dying too many times, I'm not good. But despite all that, it's still a awesome, epic game in its own right.
Thank you ever so much for watching. I have been FOED Flametail, and I'll see you in the other video. PLE.